Tom here from the Company Code, author, educator and public speaker. Today I'm going to talk about another one of the Greek islands I visited in my small Greek island series, and that being Rhodes. Rhodes is a really beautiful island. Like a lot of the other Greek islands I've discussed, it has its own sort of signature, and there's obviously some similarities as well. But it's a very nice destination. I've only ever been once. That was back in 2002. Yeah, all that time ago. Yeah, very long time ago. And again, family holiday. Me, brother, sister, mum and dad. And from what I remember, we stayed in a very nice hotel. It was like 4 or 5 star. It was really nice. Like my dad proper splashed out that year, you know, mum and dad did. And what can I recall of the holiday, and where and how may it be a good holiday destination for yourself? Well, out of all the other places I'd visited that are part of Greece, what I liked about Rhodes is what I noticed straight away was they'd really embraced a more modern, contemporary sort of feel. Nothing wrong with tradition, I'm all for that. I'm all for keeping your heritage very, very much at the heart of everything. But equally, you can become a little bit dated. And some of the other islands I've been to, they're in Greece, for all they're very beautiful, very quaint, very pleasant, they are a little bit, not stuck in the past, but holding on to that life a little bit too much. While it is part of who they are, and I 100% agree we should keep tradition and heritage alive, there does have to be some sort of signs of progress, if you like. Maybe that's just me living in, you know, being so lucky to live in England and what is mainly a first world country, mainly, you know. And maybe I just don't understand outside of that, and perhaps this is not the right comment to make, you know. But maybe it's just from where I'm coming from, it's my feel, you know, the way I feel about it. So that was the first thing that really, really struck me about the place. Sure, there was still parts that were very traditional. You go down to the main town there, and it's very much a fishing community. You've got a lot of the restaurants on the seafront now, or on the sort of the bay, and some really nice ones as well. I remember we always used to go in an evening when we went down to the town. There was a bar, not just literally outside the hotel on the corner there. I got quite friendly with the guy who owned it. Oh, his son actually. He was a similar age to me, a little bit older actually. And then we would go down to further into the town, and there's like a karaoke type bar place, which is really, really nice. And we'd sit there and have a few drinks, you know. Our daytimes were very much spent enjoying round the pool at the hotel. We had an occasional trip to the beach from what I remember, and went to a water park a couple of times, you know, towards the end of the holiday. But it was very much a relaxing holiday. Yeah, there was the odd element of going out and enjoying yourself, but not as much perhaps as in later holiday, should we say. But still, very much, you do have the two sort of components running alongside each other. If you want a holiday where you can just literally sit in front of the pool, do very little, your Rhodes can fulfill that. If you want to go and party, you can go out on the night time in Rhodes and have a good time. It's probably not the level of like what Cyprus is and Crete, but it's still not bad, and you will still enjoy yourself out there if that's your thing, you know. The weather is absolutely gorgeous, like really, 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 really warm. But most of Greece is, be under no illusions. We visited in the August and the September, obviously, the late summer, early autumn, if you like. And it didn't really drop much below 25 from what I remember. I come back looking very, very tanned actually, like bronze almost. Believe it or not, I used to tan very, very well. But yeah, and what I really recall about this holiday was some of the great people we met, and it does have a big appeal internationally, Greece. I've probably not said this too much in all my other videos, but yes, the British are very, very much loving the Greek area. But you also get a lot of German, a lot of French, and there's quite a lot of Dutch people visited, and particular Dutch family that we got quite friendly with. My sister at the time was only like, she's about 11 years old, 10, 11, and she got quite pally with a Dutch girl, and I got friendly with the family as well, like the other daughter. And as well as that, there was a group of other Dutch tourists who were visiting as well that we got quite friendly with, a particular young man by the name of Martin. It's actually Matkin is the name. It's the way it's spelt in Dutch language. And yeah, he took a shine to us too, and ultimately my dad had rather a few to drink and invited him to England, and didn't expect it to happen, and sure enough, about 5 months later, there we were picking him up from Birmingham Airport. It was like, okay. So you be careful what you say when you've had a few drinks, yeah, certainly. But, you know, it's just being friendly, I guess. But be careful how friendly you are with people you meet, because you don't know them on holiday. They could be a completely different person when they're back at home and in another country, you know. It's always one of those. But I distinctly remember that. I remember the cabaret nights that we had at the hotel were really, really great, like the entertainment. And usually it can be a bit rubbish, to be honest, but we had singing, we had dancing, we had comedy. That was really good. And yeah, there was many hot days spent by the pool enjoying it. My dad, my brother and I would go and play football sometimes in the afternoon, or soccer as you Americans call it. My word, an hour of running round in 35-degree heat is just wow. I'd literally, after the game, pretty much jump in the pool with all my clothes on. Didn't care, just like in to literally cool off because it was that bad. But no, good fun, really good fun. And as I said, we made good friends on that holiday, and actually kept in touch with a couple of the people off that holiday for best part of nearly 2 years afterwards. And then obviously things kind of went, people kind of go their own ways, and that's fine, you know, not a problem. And we had the visitor, as I said, come and visit us in the February of 2003. And yeah, my mum would be like telling my dad, never do that again, please. But it was just wanted to see England, I guess, and he got to see it. It was only with us for about 3 days, but they were interesting 3 days. That's all I've got to say about that. One other really good couple of things that came of this holiday, which I really like, and I've always talked about how the Greek people really embrace the tourists. Well, got very friendly with a Greek waitress who worked at the hotel, and she invited us to meet her family. And despite speaking very little English, I mean, conversation was a bit awkward, to be honest. She was having to pretty much interpret what we said and tell her parents. It was nice, very nice. We got taken into their home. They made us very welcome. They gave my dad some vegetables or something to take back home, some herbs. Dad was like, how am I going to get this through security? They're going to think it's drugs or something. But again, it was all just being friendly. And yeah, I went out with that young lady. I went out on a night out towards the end of the holiday, jumped on the back of her scooter and hung on for grim death. She was crazy. And yeah, then we literally went out, stayed out till the early hours, got a taxi back to the hotel, said goodnight, you know. And one other memory that sticks out quite vividly is, as I've said, the hotel entertainment was really, really good. We had a beach party the one night. Sure enough, one part of the hotel complex went onto the beach, or part of it did. We went onto the beach, and we was having cocktails and singing and dancing, and you know, there's music as well. And it went on till late at night, and it was really, really, really good. I mean, I'd go as far as to say, in living memory, it's one of my better holidays, and I've had a lot of very good. I mean, so with that, I can't fault it. So I would certainly recommend that you go to Rhodes. Even if you've got a young family, you can just have a very chilled holiday. There'll be plenty of things to do at the water park. There's the beach as well. There's a hotel that I was staying in had really good entertainment. I'm sure there's others that did the same as well. You'll be very welcomed by the Greek people. There's so many positives that you'd be mad not to try, I think. So yeah, that is why I would 100% visit Rhodes, and why I think you should try, definitely. If you're going to pick a couple of Greek islands, make that one of them, definitely. And even though it was a long time ago since my visit, you'll appreciate it. Thank you all for listening. This is my second video of the week. I really appreciate your time and energy spent here on my channel. Thank you very, very much. Second of 3 videos this week. Put down in the comment section below, have you visited Rhodes? Is Rhodes on your bucket list? Do you know more of Rhodes? Do you want to know more about Rhodes? What is your general feel for my review of the Greek islands? Is it being sold to you in a way that you feel you maybe want to try? I'd be interested in knowing. I don't work for the Greek Tourist Board, honestly. I don't. Remember to hit that subscribe button down below and leave me a thumbs up and a like, and let's hear that bell sign go ding dong so you know when my next content's out. Until then, I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening. Your time and energy spent on my channel is very much appreciated. I'll be back with my third and final video of this week in a couple of days' time. Until then, look after yourselves, take care, and bye for now.